I have one job, it's to win at Nebraska. Okay? Anytime a coach here has tried to do anything else but win at Nebraska, they've been asked to leave. And I'm not saying that's what I'm saying, like, no man can serve two masters. We have to win. Everyone cares about everything else when you're not winning. When you win, I mean, Tommy Frazier was from where?
Right.
Okay, I'm saying like that no one cares, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I'd say that, like, I want to mine the state. I think there's good players in the state. Okay, but like, if a player's a really good player and doesn't quite fit us, and he's going to go, but he's going to go somewhere else, I want him to go be happy. I care about football in the state. That's why we're open. Every practice is open to the high school coaches in the state. That's why our camps are not just select invitational camps. That's why we do youth camps. That's why we do free youth camps. That's why we go speak at clinics. That's why our coaches clinic had 500 people here just for us. We are going to pour into the state in football. But what I have found is, if you bring a player here from the state and they're not happy, the place that they love now becomes a miserable thing. So I have to be sure that they're good enough. And what's happening sometimes here is some of the other schools that aren't playing in the Big Ten, they're going to offer them as a sophomore. And then everyone looks at me like, well, why haven't you offered them yet? It used to be you got offered as a senior, you know? And I like guys, if I'm not quite sure yet, don't I owe it to you to be sure before I offer you a scholarship? And now before I offer you a rev share deal? So I don't think there's anything wrong at the University of Nebraska that we carry ourselves like the top 20 teams in the program, in the country. And the top 20 teams in the country, if they say, hey, we like you a lot, but we want you to come to camp, you'll come to camp, you know, going into your senior year. So there's lots of kids. I would love to recruit them. They've committed to a Big 12 school or somewhere else like that, come to camp. If you want to play in the Big 12 over the Big 10, well, I got it. But make no mistake, there is a big difference. And Big 12 is going to go nuts now. I know that. And I'm going to be on X and all that stuff. But it's the reality. The Big 10 and the SEC, especially moving forward, are going to be here in terms of everybody else. So I have to worry about what's Ohio State doing, what's Michigan doing. So I love the state. I love the players. And we're gonna take a bunch. You know, so we've taken some as walk-ons. We've taken some as scholarship players. I just have to be sure that they're good enough. And I don't think asking guys to come to camp is the whole thing like, hey, you should be the first offer at Nebraska. You know, desperate teams always set the market. Let me say that one more time. And rev share and all this, desperate teams set the market. So if they know that, hey, straight up, we can't beat a Big Ten team or we can't beat Nebraska, then we better offer them a year earlier and say Nebraska doesn't care about you. We care about you. We just we got to make sure that you're going to help us beat Ohio State.